box. You can do all that in shape format. You should see a shape format up here where it says home, insert, draw, design, trend. At the very end, there should be a shape format tab you can click on, which will bring you to this area. And if you look in these are your presets. So I could do, if I wanted it red like this, it'd make it red like that, or if I wanted it green, right? So maybe let's make it blue. Oh, there's no blue in this color template, but I can make, I could just do blue if I wanted to by the shape fill here. If I wanted to just a color without the presets, okay? So that's kind of how you do the writing, and you can design it any way you want. So you're going to pick at least, I did say 9, but if, try and get as many as those. You can put them all around. So you're highlighting the apps that you like on your home screen. Now, if you have more than, you don't have to put all of them, at least 8 or 9 of them, okay? So there's another one here I want to highlight just to show you how to do this again. It's called iNaturalist. It's this one with the bird in it. It's one of my favorite apps, and I'm going to insert it. So insert picture. I'm going to go find online picture of the app for that. iNaturalist app. iNat. Sure. Oh, I don't know how to spell it. Natural. Oh man, this is embarrassing. How do you spell naturalist? I have to look at the app. I-N-A. See, I'm not perfect. No one is are they? You know, in your mind, you always think, hey, you know what? I got this down. So look, there it is. I can click this Creative Commons only. I could click it off and it gives me more images sometimes. So you could do that. Oh, I didn't put app, right? So that's why it's not giving me the app, the way the app looks. There you go. There it is. I'm going to press insert. And here it is, right? It comes in always big, right? But I am going to make it small. I close this windows out. I'm going to make it smaller, right? This is one of my all-time favorite apps. Let me tell you why. So I might make it a little bigger here just to highlight. There it is. I'm going to put it on this side, okay? And then I'm going to insert a text box, right? So I'm in the insert. Whenever in doubt, just remember the word you're using. So if in anything like I need to insert a shape, I need to insert, it's always in the insert tab. Everything you need is here. You can insert shapes, arrow shapes. So you could, if you are computer savvy and really you can handle this, you can, depending on how good you are, insert a shape, arrow shape or something to do this. You could do, if you are feeling like, hey, I want to show off my skills. Well, this one isn't a good arrow for that. But let's put in a different arrow. Like you could make it where if you wanted to go that far and just put in a shape of an arrow and say you wanted to do this. You could do that if you wanted to. And remember, when you put in a shape, it will always go to this this tab, shape format, automatically. So I could make the color of that arrow different, orange maybe. So there's my app. You could do this and add this, but I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna demand that you do these arrows. You don't have to, but that's a side one. So now I'm gonna highlight this. Why is this my favorite, right? So I'm gonna insert underneath this icon a text box. No, let me show you a word art box. So if I just clicked on word art, it's a preset. It'll just bring a box in like this. And I can move this box. Of course, the text is a little big, but I can change that later. I'm gonna write why I love this app. This app allows me to take any picture of anything in nature, and it will identify it for me. It will, so for example, if I find an insect and I take a picture, I upload the picture and it actually finds out for me through a search from the picture what it is. And also I can see around here in any place in the world if there's been an alligator spotted or shark, or people post things of in this area this little snake was seen. It's just a really cool app. I like those kind of, it will identify it. So that's why I like it a lot. And we use it a lot with the kids to teach them about different flowers, different wildflowers, plants that we see on the trail. So I am going to make this where I'm going to make this little, it's too big obviously, I'm going to make it smaller by going to the home tab. So you're using the insert and home mainly. And here I can make the font a little smaller and also a little bit more. So I'm going to make it, and I need to make it a little bit smaller to fit here. Okay. It's still too big, so there we go. And so there's your writing of it, right? And I'm going to make it, you know, like I did my Weather Channel one. I'm going to put a little bit of color behind this, or maybe it looks good like this to me, I guess. I think this looks good. But if you wanted to add a little color, like a white background to the print here, you would go, so you would go here to shape format, because this is a shape technically. So I'm going to add just, I'm going to fill the shape with white. See that? The background. So there will always be, whenever you insert anything, there'll always be like a format tab that comes up here. It might be called shape format, a picture format, whatever it is. So if I clicked on the picture, there should be a button that says picture format right there, see? And that's how you kind of can format things. So I could do that, and look, there'll be a picture format. I click on a text box right here that I put in, and it says shape format. So I could go here and then maybe change that blue into a different blue, like a gradient or anything I want. There's more ideas here. So this is kind of how you do that, but I did like the blue originally, light blue. And then, so that's in the format. So there's always going to be a format button whenever you insert anything. And that's it. And then you're just going to go. So say I wanted to format this little icon here. I could go picture format and do this. Say I want to put a border on it. There's a preset right here that you can put a little border on it. Anyway, so then I'm going to add some more. I'm going to just basically add as many as I can fit around here of my favorite apps. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So, and then you can, you know, place it nicely where you want. Okay, so this is what you're doing. And then once you're done, when you get to the end, leave a place to put your name. So I'm going to insert my name in the text box right here. Okay. And yeah, the font's black, but I'm going to change it by going to home. And right here, make it white. Okay, that's me. And then I'm also, if you can put please, part of the request is you also put a picture of yourself underneath here. So I'm going to insert, that's how you do it, insert picture. I do have one of myself. Somewhere. Who knows where it is, but there is one somewhere. So I'm not going to find it now. I need to find it now, don't I? Yeah. All right, we'll have to go through my whole list. old school. So many screenshots. So anyway, yeah, so insert a picture of you. When you find it, I don't have one at the moment. I didn't open all these recently, did I? So my picture is somewhere and I don't know where it is. So anyway, the point is, get a picture of yourself from online. I'm just gonna put this NAF picture in. Just imagine that's my face. It would go right here. Anyway, so this is the idea. I'm gonna stop here. Look, for example, to make it look good, like this has a border, right? So I'll just add a border on my other one. Try and make it look unison, you know, like good. If you do something to an app and put an effect on it, you should do it to all of them. So I'm gonna go here. When I click this, of course, this shows up, picture format will be on. So I can click it and I'm gonna go here into picture styles and put the same effect I put on the other one. So that's the idea, and you should come up with something really nice. Just add the apps as you go around. Now you might need to make some of the things a little smaller like this to fit everything. You know, the typing a little smaller. And kind of put it in certain places like this. Some people have chosen to put their name, like underneath their phone like this. In the examples I showed you of different students. And the way you center things, you can do it right there in paragraph. And some people have put their name under here and their picture above the phone. Anyway, you can design it the way you want, but as long as you get the idea of how to use it, you're gonna use insert to insert pictures. And when you go here, you have an option to go online to find all the apps. You just put, say, Weather Channel app, and you'll find it. And then you insert it, and then you will insert a text box underneath and type why you like the app. And when you do that, you can format the text box by going to shape format and adding a color behind it if you wanted to, things like that. And also resize the font inside by going to the Home tab. And that's where you can resize the font here and recolor the font as well. And also make it center or left align, all those things. So you're using the Home tab, the Insert tab, and any of the Format tabs on the very right.
Mr. Daniel, so it doesn't have to be social media apps?
No, it doesn't have to be social media apps. No. It's basically your mobile life. So it could be any, so if, for example, I don't like Weather Channel, it's not a social media app, but it's one of my favorites. I can't live without it. You know what I mean? So it's anything that you think that, you know what, I use these apps the most. It could be like a messaging app or as well. And you can tell me, I love this messaging app. It lets me do a lot of different things. I use it. So you see how I have a baby one in here? This baby one right there with the baby face, that's an app where I record all my baby's movements and when she feeds, when she gets a poo-poo diaper, all those records are in there. So that's a big one we use and that's a favorite. Also, I have a clock app. I love the clock because that's where I put my alarms to wake me up in the morning. I can't live without that thing. And also, it tracks how I sleep. And there's a timer in there. So, and I can look up times in different countries where I have a couple of friends who live. So I'm gonna put that as one of my favorites, and it's not a social media app. But, so this is the project, right? So you'll be finished, you'll have at least 9 apps or 8 or 9 apps around here with your name and a picture of yourself above it and your phone in the middle, one of your home screens of your phone. And that's the explanation of the project. If there's any questions, please, I'll stop recording at this point. Hopefully that came down well.